All right, this is the Mighty Z of Capital Chaos TV, and we're hanging out with Hatriot, Oakland's Hatriot. Is that right? Oakland, California?
Yeah, I guess you'd say Bay Area thrash. We'll support Oakland for sure. I'm a Raider fan and an A's fan. Yeah, we're from Oakland.
Huh. What about them Giants?
Yeah, they're okay. Miguel likes the Giants. Miguel likes the Giants. But, I mean, I have to show my loyalties. I have the Raiders tattooed on my arm. So, you know, I have to show my loyalty to the Oakland. And I'm a big A's fan. So I guess if you were to say, what city are you guys from? I'd say, yeah, we're from Oakland.
Better the west side than the east side, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess now, too. If we see the occupied helicopters everywhere.
What do you think about that whole Occupy thing?
I say it's freedom of speech, and you know, that's what we came to this country. That's what this country's built on. So if you got something to say or something to do, that's what our First Amendment tells you can do. Freedom of speech.
Common thing around here. You can tell we're not scared. Still in the town, even though we don't know what's going to happen. So
today's the anniversary of them getting their ass whooped by the Oakland Police Department, and that's what they're out there,
right,
I guess, celebrating, or at least showing that they're still around. That's pretty. Have you ever been beat up by the cops?
Yeah, in 1984 they had a riot in Livermore at Cruise Night, when cruising was big back in the, in the 80s, and they tried to shut it down. And I wasn't even doing nothing. I was standing on the street, and a cop tried to stick his club in my stomach and get me to move. So yeah, it's kind of wild. It's very uncontrolled violence, though. It was cool. Yeah, 84, me and your uncle.
What was your response to that? Did you mouth off, or?
No, they were just trying to clear, and I said I was going, okay, I'm going, and he wasn't. He wanted you to move now, so he was sticking. So it was quite, it was kind of out of line. It was a little bit out of line. It was
almost
excessive force.
So, who do you think is the bigger of the clowns that are running for leadership of our country at the moment, Romney or Obama?
Romney's the bigger clown. I mean, I'm just his whole demeanor. It's just, I don't get these guys started either. Yeah, I just think of the two bigger clowns. Romney's the bigger one.
Oh, cool. What's that?
It's free entertainment.
It is. Well, it's going to cost us in the long run, I think.
Only if Romney wins, it's going to cost us.
It's free for right now.
It's free for right now, and I am enjoying it. So.
Cool. So back to Hatriot. You guys have is it a 4-song EP, like a physical product, or is it?
No, the 4-song EP that was out was just a demo, just for basically for people to listen to it and hear it. We are full-on. Record is finished. Heroes of Origin out on Massacre Records. January 25th is the release date. So full 10 songs. Plus a few off the demo that we wanted the whole world to hear, because in my eyes, not everybody gets to hear the demo you put out. Just the ears that are really hard down listening to it, you know, wanting to look for it. But it'll be all over the world come January 25th.
Special guests, magic producers?
No. We had Phil Demmel come do some backups from Machine Head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was about the only special guest that came out.
Now, is it going to be straight up thrash, or bringing some youth into it?
It's straight up thrash with some youth into it. So definitely some blast beats, definitely, but definitely in the vein of old school Exodus, Testament, Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, old school.
No Chelsea Grin or Born of Osiris?
Not so much. The more like a lot of. I mean, of course, old school Bay Area thrash, but a lot of death metal as well.
Okay.
Like you'll hear a lot of death influence. You'll hear a little bit of Malevolent Creation in there.
Okay.
You'll hear a lot of that kind of old Florida scene kind of appearing at times. So.
Yeah, but no Faceless or.
That's all.
That's his favorite band.
No, I'm all up. Me and him love all that type of music. That's where we get inspiration from. Yeah.
He loves
like
that.
the technical playing you get from those guys. I mean, they're just phenomenal. They've taken the bar so much higher. So to use their techniques. I mean, he's a big one. He uses their stuff all the time in his solos and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. Where do you think we go?
Is Daddy allowing you to bring that into the band?
He likes that. I mean, he works well with it, and he writes on top of it. I mean, Costa writes most of everything, but you know, anything that can help expand the sound we're already creating is what you want. You don't want to end up sounding like someone else. You want to have your own sound and just take elements from everything that you listen to.
It has to be heavy. It has to be heavy. It has to groove. It has to rock. It has to be heavy. It's got to be brutal. I expect nothing less.
And is your dad, does he play any instruments other than his voice?
I mean, I've seen him screw around on everything. I've seen him get on a drum set. He held a beat. I've seen him play the guitar. He held a riff. You know what I mean? He can diddle on everything. You know, being on a tour bus playing with instruments for so many years. You know what I mean?
You don't have any like wind instruments in the house, like a trumpet or a flute?
The skin flute, maybe. Just kidding.
I told my kids when they were in school, because they're both out of school, I says, if you bring home a fucking one of those gay-ass brass, I will beat it over your head. Nobody plays in a band that does anything playing one of those fucking instruments. Want to waste your time? Don't waste it. Play guitar and play drums, something that's going to get you somewhere in life. Piano.
Do you guys get poked a lot on Facebook?
I don't get too many pokes, no.
No, what about, who's the big poke?
The girlfriend's the poker.
She pokes you a lot?
Always. She loves poking.
And then,
Loves poking.
And then finally, Squatch wants to know, do you remember playing at a ranch on Doherty Road in Dublin with Legacy?
Yes, I do. I remember that. We called that, we had a name for that house. It was a total punk house. There was another band that played that night. Rot, Reign of Terror played that night. We played on their gear. Yeah, it was a blast. I remember when you went in the bathroom, the shit was falling out of the toilet about this high. It was a total punk house, man. Straight up. You remember things like that. Huh, Danny? You remember stuff like that.
And he thinks it's sort of like cemented your career's legacy. From that point on, you sort of like blew up as far as playing Ruthies and shit like that.
You know, it was definitely a good timed thing that we did, because we were not supposed to play, and it was ironic that all 5 of us were at this party, and that doesn't normally happen. I mean, maybe 3 of you, 4 of you, 2 of you, but not all 5 of us. And they're like, hey, you guys want to play a song? So we were like, yeah, cool, we'll do it. So we went up on everybody else's gear. We did like 4 songs.
Cool.